It's Melinda from Hope When There Was None. I have an outtake that you gotta listen to. I'll be posting it a little bit later. Now, to talk to you about what I was trying to talk to you about in my first video. I was trying to tell you about abuse, and that you might not even realize that you're being abused. Excuse me, I was just giggling a little bit. And you might not even realize it. It wasn't until I was out of the situation. Hey, bud, turn it down just a little more. That I realized I was. I didn't put two and two together. The words just didn't seem like they fit me. And as I was saying in my first video, I didn't, really compare myself to being this abused victim like J-Lo in Enough, or Julia Roberts in Sleeping with the Enemy, or Farrah Fawcett in The Burning Bed, as an example. I just saw myself as feeling mistreated, not being treated well. And, hey, bud, a little bit more. And thanks, big guy. And I'm thinking, if you are in an abusive situation, this is just a term to you. You don't even realize you're abused. I want to just share with you, if you're being put down, continually called names, let's say you're ugly, you're fat, you're a pig, or worse, there's the C word you can call a woman, there's the B word you can call a woman, there is ethnic derogatory terms you can call somebody, or even the D word for a guy, because guys can be abused too. I can throw out statistics, but I'm not going to do that right now. There can be rape. Perhaps you're not consenting to these things that your partner wants to do, male or female, and that is rape. That is abuse. It's sexual abuse. Perhaps there is pinching. My abuser used to pinch us. He would pull our hair. He would stick out a foot while, like say we were at church and we would try and pass him by to get our seats in the pew, and he would stick out his foot just as we were walking by so we could trip. We looked clumsy. We looked just uncoordinated, and that's what we blamed it on. Oh, I'm just a klutz. Mal, you've got to stop running into the wall. You got to stop, slamming your fingers in the door. You've got to stop, just doing this because, people are going to talk. Well, of course, they can't see these things unless they're right there. My abuser liked to just keep things below the neck. Every once in a while, if he did something on my neck, if he choked me, as an example, I would wear a turtleneck. I would wear something long so you couldn't see that. Again, pinching, different, like Indian rubs. He was fantastic at doing Indian rubs, and that was like one of his things. Just little knocks, punches, kicks, but you couldn't see that. He wasn't one of those that wanted people to know that he was mistreating us. So he pulled the kid's hair, something like that. Also, not only with that, with finances. You don't realize that you're being financially bound, but you're kind of like, well, he doesn't let me have any money, or she doesn't let me have money, or they really don't want my name on their account. Perhaps you're not allowed to use that debit card unless they're around, or you don't have access to the funds. You don't have those PIN numbers that you need. You can only do the finances under your your partner's guidance. Perhaps you're not even allowed to do that. You can't even take those calls from those creditors or whatever it is. But that is abuse. I didn't see it as that. I just saw that this was a man that believed that the man is in control. The man is in control. It was under like a God's authority, and that she should know her place. I did not do different things such as look at another man, because if I did, he thought I was cheating, especially if I did it for a long time. I made sure that I was home at a certain time, because if I didn't, there would be heck to pay. He would notice my gas mileage. He would, hey, it took you this long to get from point A to point B. Where were you? There's like a 10-minute lapse there. And I couldn't use the excuse there was a train, even though there was sometimes I had my phone and I would just hold it out there. There's a friggin' train. You hear this? You hear the whistle? There were times that I had to be by my phone. He would call me literally every 15 to 20 minutes to ask where I was, who I was with, and what I was doing. Those were the 3 W's. I had to answer those correctly too. If I didn't answer them, or if I answered them flippantly, I would just get a reaming later on. So I'm just giving you a few things that maybe you can gnaw on a little bit to, if you hadn't thought of before, that these are a few things that are abusive and you might not even realize it. Again, pulling you away from your friends, your family, saying you can't see certain people, and those people might be vocal. They more than likely see what your partner really is, and your partner doesn't like that. So just be safe. Know that you are loved. And know that despite what's going on in your life right now, that you can get safe. I'm sorry, real life here. But know that also that I'm rooting for you. I'm ending closing here. There was a point where I was very suicidal, and I've made this point very clear, that my partner had said, you know what? You're just useless as a human being. The world would be a better place if you weren't in it. Why don't you just die already? Just ponder that. I did for a long time. And I really took it to heart. And it was hard not to process that in a positive way. It was very negative for a long time. But wherever you are, whatever station you're at, whatever place you are at, please help me out by sending this to friends, your family. You don't have to comment. Just hit the share button, because I know there's someone out there that needs to see this. My Facebook is at, my group is Hope When There Was None. Hope When There Was None. It's all one, squished together. And I'm here for you. I will help you however I can, whether it's to be research a shelter. Maybe you need to know where a pro bono attorney is. I will do my best to help you as best I can. If you're local and you need someone to just kind of show solidarity and go to a court hearing with you, I'll do that for you. I don't mind. Whatever you need, a phone call, just a text. Perhaps you just need to chat. We can do a Zoom. I just did that today. I was so excited. And I also did a Facebook chat too. And I had 3 calls today, guys. I was just complaining that I really don't have too many girlfriends, and this was awesome. It was a blessing. Anyway, on that, use your support team. Use your friends. Reach out to them. It might have to be under the cover of when your partner's not around, but please use them. Make sure you keep that line of communication open with somebody that you trust. I am going to log off now, but I will be sharing a couple more videos over the next 30 days, just so you know. But I love you. I'm rooting for you. I believe in you. And I think you're wonderful and awesome. Big hugs. Love you. Mel.